What if I told you that the sweet, smiling Barbara Eden, yes, the star from I Dream of Jeannie, once shocked the world by going topless? Sounds wild, right? But wait, do not jump to conclusions just yet. This story is full of surprises. And it is not what most people think. So hold on tight, because this is not just about clothes. It is about television rules, secrets behind the scenes, and one moment that made history. Let us start at the beginning. Back in the 1960s, television was very different. There were no smartphones, no online streaming, people gathered around one small screen, usually with their whole family. And that is when a magical show came on air, I Dream of Jeannie. Barbara Eden played a genie who lived in a bottle. She blinked, and things appeared. She blinked again, and trouble happened. Children loved her. Adults loved her. Everyone talked about Jeannie. But there was one thing that nobody could stop talking about. It was her outfit. That Jeannie costume, pink, short, and well, showing a little skin. Now remember, back then, television rules were very strict. They did not allow belly buttons to be shown. Yes, you heard that right, belly buttons were not allowed. So Barbara had to wear a special costume where the waist was covered. But here comes the twist. In one famous episode, Barbara Eden wore a version of the costume that made people gasp. It looked like she was not wearing a top at all. Now hold on, she was wearing a costume, of course. But it was skin-colored, and to some people, it looked like she was topless. When the show aired, phones rang. Letters came in. People asked, did Jeannie just go too far? But here is the funny part. If you look closely, you will see she was not showing anything. It was a clever design. The fabric matched her skin tone, and under the bright lights, it gave the illusion that she had no top on. Television viewers in the 1960s were not used to that. So for them, it was shocking. Some parents even told their children not to watch the show anymore. Imagine that, all over a belly button and a top that was not really missing. Years later, Barbara talked about it in interviews. She laughed and said, I was more covered than most people at the beach. She was not trying to be shocking. She was just doing her job, acting in a funny show and wearing what the producers gave her. Still, that one moment stayed with people. It became one of the most talked about things from the entire series. But let us not forget what made Barbara Eden so special. It was not just her costume. It was how she brought Jeannie to life, with fun, kindness, and a little bit of magic. She made people laugh. And even with all the rules and limits of television back then, she made her character unforgettable. Think about this. Today, actors wear all kinds of outfits. But back then, one costume could cause a storm. Barbara Eden did not mean to start drama. But in her own quiet way, she did challenge the rules. Without yelling, without fighting, just by showing up and doing her role. And that is kind of cool, do you not think? Here is a fun fact, after the topless costume buzz, the network made the costume team change a few things, just to be safe. They did not want more belly button drama. Barbara is now over 90 years old. And she is still glowing. People still ask her about Jeannie. They still talk about that one outfit. And she always smiles, because she knows something, sometimes the smallest things, like a costume, can make a big mark. So next time someone says Barbara Eden went topless, you can smile and say, well, not really. But she sure knew how to get people talking. That topless moment was not about being wild. It was about how one outfit made history on family television. And now, you know the full story. If you enjoyed this story, do not forget to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us, what is your favorite moment from I Dream of Jeannie? Thank you for watching.